Police are still trying to figure out who killed a rapper at a pool party in Granada Hills over the weekend.
Hundreds of people attended. Kid Cali was one of those people. The party was winding down, and then someone with a gun came up to Kid Cali and shot him. He later died at a hospital. 2 others were injured.
Now, many people ran from that house when the shooting began, and not a lot of witnesses have actually come forward at this point. Kid Cali went there with the DJ who was hired for the party, DJ Goonie, who is here now with us to tell us exactly what happened and the impact of all of this, because you two were friends.
Yes, correct. It's really kind of hard to say what happened. There was like so many people there, so many invited and so many uninvited guests. And it was really like the party was winding down. I was about 2 songs away from ending the whole party. And that's when I heard, which sounded like fireworks at first. It was like 2 shots. And then it was just right after that was repeated. Just kept going, 4 shots right after that.
People started scattering, they were running.
After the first 2 shots, everybody I think still had the same reaction. Like,
What is that?
yeah, like we didn't know what it really was. And I'm DJing, so coming from the DJ booth, it's not really like what you see on the camera, I mean on the video, where he was laying, like that was behind the DJ booth. So it didn't, like when I turned around and then they continued shooting, you seen everybody scatter. And then as everybody runs away, trying to get away from whoever they think did, or just basically, if everybody moves from this section, you know something happened right there.
One of his friends who was standing near him at the time describes the situation and says someone approached him, tried to shake his hand. Kid Cali didn't put out his hand. We don't know if that person happens to be the shooter, but what have you heard in regards to that?
I heard the complete opposite.
You did? What did you hear?
Cali was having such a great time at the party. I watched everybody's snap. I watched all the Instagram videos. And he was just having fun. And I heard he approached somebody and he was telling them like, man, we're here to have a good time, and tried to shake the dude's hand, and the dude was like, yeah, I'm not on what you're on. And that's a story that just came to me this morning, yesterday.
I know this is very difficult for you, and this perhaps was the most difficult part of the night, because you actually saw him when he was down.
Correct.
And you actually spoke to him. What did he tell you?
At first I didn't know it was him. So I kind of just was scoping out the scene, see what was going on. And when I came back, he was laying on the ground, and he was just laying there with his hands up, kind of like he was dusting himself off. So I'm like, oh, he probably just fell, got dirty. He's probably mad about messing up his outfit. And when I walked over there and he started moving, he was like, I'm hit. I'm hit. We were like, you're hit? He was like, yeah, I'm hit, but I'm okay, I'm good, I'ma live. That's kind of the conversation. He was just throwing it out there. So there was a bunch of commotion going on outside. I went to go see what was going on outside. I came back in, and then it was just groups of people around him. You know, some people were just around him because they knew I knew him, so they were just trying to be of aid. Like a lot of people say, if that was your bro, Goonie, he's my bro too. So that's kind of why they were by his side. And his brother was right there, and his brother was just panicking, you know. Didn't know, nobody's used to seeing something like that, especially that's your older brother. You know, we were good friends, but I know the younger brother, he was just having a hard time, and so he's kind of like losing it. The helicopter's up top, and he's screaming at them. There's no ambulance coming. We don't know what's going on. I just sat down on the ground right next to him, and I just tried to calm everybody down, like, calm down. Nobody needs to get worked up. Just let him, only one person speak to him. So then one lady, she started speaking to him, and she's like, Justin, it's me. Just, what's wrong? He's like, I'm having a hard time breathing. I'm having a hard time breathing. And I slid next to him, and I like tapped him, and he's looking the opposite way, and he's like, who is it? I'm like, it's Goonie. And he like took a deep breath and lifted up and like turned his body and shook my hand. He's like, Goonie, bro, I'm good, bro. Like, I promise, I'm good. Just help me up. Like, he's like, I love you, bro. And he started talking about doing a mixtape and the whole thing, and I'm like, that's fine. You just gotta lay still, because I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to move you. Ambulance, I hope they're on the way. We called them 3-4 times, and this is like 45 minutes into it. And after that happened, I kind of like walked outside. Everybody saying that ambulance and the fire truck is at the top of the hill.
Any idea who would have wanted to harm him? Did he have any enemies?
It's hard to say because when you're doing music, you don't know who really dislikes you. When you're in the limelight, you don't know who might dislike you for whatever reason.
In the past, though, has there ever been an altercation or a problem, or was he ever in fear of his life?
Not to my knowledge. Like I said, when I was speaking to him before we got on, we were good friends. We didn't hang out with each other every day. We ran into it when doing the music. We run into each other, whether we're in the studio, out at clubs. You know, I booked his mixtape release party in Hollywood a couple months back. He was really just coming out to have a good time with me. You know, I invited a lot of people out personally just to come hang out. Then a lot of people got the information on social media, and then it just who knows who got a hold of it from there.
Who was throwing this party?
It was a couple of promoters involved. I got the call and they said, you know, we're doing this big event. We want to get you involved. We want to book you to DJ because we know you bring out a nice crowd. And I was like, okay, you know, what's the details and stuff of that? So I didn't really want to book any of my people. I didn't want to book like Cali to come and host stuff because I didn't know how their situation was, and I didn't want to have to explain to people like why I can't pay for my people. So I just told them, really just come out, hang out with me. We haven't done anything all summer.
And it became this big
It became
party
something
with so many
humongous.
people.
And one of the problems with perhaps getting a lead on this case is the fact that there were so many people there who weren't
No
invited.
guest list.
Yeah, and that's a problem too, because when I started inviting people personally, I send out like my Instagram. Really, I don't really post on my Instagram like that. My Snapchat, yes, but I was sending personal invites to people, and I tell them, do me a favor, don't promote it. I don't want your promotion.
Right.
And several rappers in LA, I told like I don't want no promotion from you. I really want you to just genuinely come out and hang out with me as a friend. You know, just throw people in this pool. We had water guns, balloons. It was just real summertime fun.
Just got out of control.
We're hoping that
Yeah.
certainly the police get some leads in this case. How are you doing? You okay?
I'm fine, yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thanks.
coming in. I
Thank
know
you.
it's very difficult. We appreciate you telling us what happened. Our thoughts are with you and
with his family.
Yeah,
of
that's the
course.
most important part.
All right.
Thank you, DJ
DJ Goonie.
Goonie.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right
Great
back.
seeing you.